I am Mr. White, and I'm the greenhouse manager, and this is the Radford University Biology Department greenhouse. And what do we do in the greenhouse? We grow plants. And our greenhouse has 3 different rooms, and we can control the temperature and the humidity and all those kinds of things, and sometimes the lighting in each of the rooms. So we can have certain plants in certain rooms, and we can make the conditions just right for them.
This is our first room of our greenhouse. This is our fern room. As you notice, when you walk through the greenhouse, the temperatures are going to kind of change. And that's just because different plants like different temperatures. So in here, you notice it's a little bit cooler, a little more humid, a little more sticky. So we try to do that so these guys are happy. We've got our caterpillar fern here. And if you look at the little things growing out of here, the little eyeballs on them, kind of resembles a caterpillar, right?
If you stand like right here, it almost looks like a moose.
Exactly, that's what it's called. It's called a staghorn fern. So a bunch of people have deer antlers hanging up above their door, but that wouldn't look cool in a greenhouse, so we have a plant that looks like it. Cool. All right, well, let's move on to the next room, and as you walk in, just be real careful of the bog sitting there in the middle. All of these plants here, they live in kind of acidic soil, not really good for nutrients. The soil's kind of squishy. It's not favorable for the plants. They can't get a lot of food out of it. So all of these plants have came up with adaptations to get their nutrients somewhere else. So all of these plants are carnivorous. Do you guys know what that means?
They eat meat.
They eat meat. These are called pitcher plants, and they have a really neat way of attracting flies. They produce a little slippery nectar, or any kind of bug really. So the bug comes over here and says, oh, well, that tastes good. I'm going to go drink some of this nectar, and it falls in. Everybody's favorite, the Venus flytrap. And these are about as big as you'll see them. They really don't get this big and eat people like you see in movies. This is our cactus bench. Just be really careful as you walk by. Don't brush up against any of them and don't touch them. We have this guy right here. It's our ponderosa lemon tree. So these lemons get really big if y'all want to pass this around.
That's the biggest lemon I have ever seen.
In a lot of your stir fry or your Chinese food, there's ginger in it. And the ginger is actually produced from this plant. But these things up here they're just showy. That's not where you get the ginger. Actually, if you wanted ginger, you would dig this up and use the roots. All right, so this is our tropical room. If you'll notice when you go in here, it got a little warmer. Do you guys feel that?
Yeah.
So these plants like it a little warmer. So, you know, in the first room it was kind of cold, kind of muggy, and then in this room it's really hot and stuffy. So as you guys come this way, you'll see this big, pretty flower, real showy petals, and I bet a lot of you are thinking, wow, that's a really pretty flower. I bet it smells really good. So if you lean down and you take a big whiff of it, you realize that, ooh, this smells really bad. It smells like something's rotting. It smells like rotting meat. As you all come this way, you'll see our big tropical pit. So that's where we keep all of our really tall growing plants, because in the tropical forest they like to get really high, so we have to have somewhere where they can get really high, so we have to put them down further. All right, well, I think that's going to end our greenhouse tour. You guys learned a lot about plants? Yeah?